6 more miles of hard work.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel any easier, but doesn't feel any harder.
Yeah.
It's about being within yourself and seeing if you can inch a little bit more forward.
Thanks for having me back out, James.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you. John's just starting his warm-up. What's going on today? We're just under 8 weeks till New York.
Just about, yeah, a little bit less. What we're gonna do today is kind of a modification. He's coming off the 10 mile very, very strong. It's kind of a subpar performance. And in that, we adjusted today to go a little bit more aggressive, 11 by 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
The off will be easy or float? Or?
Faster end of recovery. So if his marathon pace up here is 5:05, 5 flat, then he should be able to get recovery around 5:40 to 5:50.
Okay.
With terrain, like maybe some of the recovery is like 6 because we're going uphill.
Okay. We're going down Lake Mary?
We're just gonna go straight. Yeah, this is just a straight shot.
Yeah. So. Same route Harvey did a few weeks ago.
Same route Harvey did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I believe the same route that Jacob Thompson just did. Yeah.
So we are how many days after the last race, the 10 mile champs?
The 10 mile was Sunday, so we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we got 96 hours of recovery.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so my hope is that we average around 5:15 to 5:21 per mile.
Cool, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet. How's things, John? Just in the warm-up now, getting ready for some 3 minute intervals?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
How has the recovery been from the 10 mile?
You know, it's been good so far. About like 96, maybe 98 hours since the actual race.
Yeah.
So the body's feeling good. Feeling a bit springy this morning, which is a bit surprising because we're in a big marathon block.
Yeah.
But all in all, you know, like it's well.
Yeah. So we've got, is it 11 by 3?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 11 rounds of 3 minutes on and 3 minutes off.
Yeah.
This is kind of like my bread and butter workout, and it's something that I do really well at. So just maintaining kind of a moderate pace on those offs.
Yeah.
So the 3 minutes ons will be somewhere in the ballpark of 4:55 to 5:05, I would imagine.
Okay.
And then 3 minutes off, probably, I'm sure a few of them are going to be quicker, and James is going to tell me to slow down.
Yeah.
But they're going to be somewhere between like 5:40 and 6 minute pace.
Yeah, cool.
So the average for this session should end up being in the 5:20s possibly.
Okay.
And for half time at recovery and half the time at like a quicker marathon effort, I mean, like that's a great day.
Yeah,
so.
Sure. So we're 7.5 weeks out till New York. What's your sort of mileage looking like right now?
So this week I'll be up to about 115, 120.
Miles.
Yes. Last week I was at 85, 90, but that was because I came down for the race.
Yeah.
And the week before that I was 105, 110.
Yeah.
So I've been consistently averaging over 100 for the past 2.5 months.
Cool.
And now it's time to turn it up a bit.
Yeah, yeah. Those listening, John logs everything on Strava, so you can find him on there. Follow along. Let's hit these 3 minute intervals.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Starting to warm up a little. That feels good.
But yeah, I mean, like it's feeling good though.
Yeah. No, I mean the high today is 78, so it's not going to be like it warms up to 85 by 11, by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Like it has over the summer. Should be talking about is the shoelace process that John goes through.
Okay.
It
So they
takes
are next percent?
next cent twos.
Next percent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Nice
I do like the new colorway.
Yeah.
I do. It looks sharp.
Yeah, Jacob
does.
Thompson had the same
Like
color.
it looks fierce, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Jacob got it because it matches his hair.
Yeah, that's right. I noticed that. Yeah. So what's the shoelace? What's the shoelace?
Normally, I had to tie my shoes at least 10 times.
Okay.
No, I'm
Paranoid
just
of them
kidding.
coming off.
Like maybe a little bit, but they've never come off during a race before.
Yeah.
So the process works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And will you race? Did you race in them in the 10 mile?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
And
So-
you'll probably race in them in New York, you assume?
Yeah. I mean, like unless we go back to the Alpha Flies, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that's really on you, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's all about feel and what you feel the most comfortable in. You run just as good in these as you do at the alphas,
Yeah.
you know? So I don't think
So-
there's really too much of a difference.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm excited for today because honestly, it's been hot here.
Yeah.
Like 85 degrees isn't that hot in the rest of the country, but when you're at 7,000 feet, 85 can feel like 95, and it gets really, really warm, and so the temperature swings can go from 52, which is cold, to 85 in just 3 hours.
Yeah.
Today, this week, and into the rest of the fall, Flagstaff is heaven on earth.
Yeah.
Every time that we've had a session, I've grabbed Hannah's jersey instead of mine.
Okay.
So I start to put it on, and I'm like,
Crop top.
wow, this is a really tight fit. So this is just a, just like a win on the day in itself.
You picked the right singlet today.
Like that is interesting.
Yeah. So not every mile is going to be equal to each other. Yeah. All right, so again, 3 on, 3 off, and then keep the off relative to what it is you ran. So like, if we can keep it like a minute,
Okay.
450, 550 type of thing, minute or 45, it shouldn't be 90,
All right.
you know? All right,
You said 2 minutes, right? Yep, sounds good.
here we go.
Son of a bitch.
First mile in 5:05,
Yeah.
including the float.
Yeah.
Nice. So you're floating at about, 5:30?
5:30 right now.
Nice.
Should probably back off. This is a long workout.
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1, here we go. Cool. Then we can toss it in the car.
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, James.
All these miles are so different.
Yeah.
than each
Yeah.
other, you know? So you really just gotta focus on time and effort, and not what the miles single time.
I mean, you're great so far.
Oh yeah.
It was like 3 flat for the case.
Yeah. Good.
So,
All right, I'll see you soon.
okay.
motivated to start, but it's really about control. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I just gotta settle in, to be honest.
Yeah, but you know, when it's time to work, let the legs do the work. Be quick and light with them. You know, these are small muscles that take a lot of energy to be very, very long. You don't want to go lactate. Yep. Boom.
Four.
4 down.
6 to 7 to go.
Past this curve, try to keep yourself a little bit closer to the white line. Once another quarter mile, it'll be a little better and safer for you, and you'll have better ground for the footing.
Six more miles of hard work. Doesn't feel any easier, but doesn't feel any harder.
Yeah.
It's about being within yourself and seeing if you can inch a little bit more forward.
Great work. Two more hard ones. Here we go. Miles are deceivingly hard.
These next 4 miles are hard.
No, the last four deceivingly hard.
Right.
So
Hilly.
he's got one more, and then it's gonna level out a little bit.
Okay.
It's still a challenge, but
Yeah.
he's running real well.
Yeah.
Down before you start sipping.
Okay.
Next one's a little downhill.
A slight.
Okay.
You're going, the idea is to average about 10, 15 seconds a mile slower than actual marathon. And you're actually well within that.
Hey, can we just stop at 12 just so we get even? 12?
12 miles?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll cover more than 12 miles in 66 minutes, you know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we can stop at 12.
Yeah. Because that hill from 16 to 17 is bitch.
Oh, no, you won't get that. You won't get that.
No,
I don't think we'll get all the way out there. Wow, whenever you're ready. There we go. Good work. Deserve a downhill. Want any nutrition?
The next one.
Okay. How's your recovery pace right now?
I need to back it off.
Yeah.
525.
Oh yeah. Well, you're going downhill a little bit.
Yeah, still though.
Down, way to be on it. Take your time with it. I'll drive and get it. Good.
Yeah, that's quick.
Yeah. We know what's going to be. That down, I mean, you had an uphill half mile and then you had a downhill quarter, so.
Starting to cramp a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna slow this down a little bit.
Yep. Well, that's just body trying to process nutrition and run pace.
Yeah.
You know, we're not running an even marathon.
No. Yeah.
That'll get us there. Here we go. Car back.
Yeah, around to 12 miles.
What's it?
Yeah, around to 12 miles, yeah. You've done 11 by 3 on, now you're on the last off.
Yes.
Yeah.
One more full, shut it.
One more on.
fast, right?
Yeah, one more fast.
Okay.
One will finish well.
That's cool. Five.
Let's go.
Good left arm, lean forward, drive the knees. Come on now. Solid work, man. Solid work. I'm doing close to 5:13, 5:12 average.
That's 5:14.
5:14? That's good. That was really good work. Proud of you, man.
Yeah. Most definitely.
The hard way of running it.
Yeah, like you're running 12 miles. It's a marathon workout, but you're not averaging 5:14. It would be much easier to run 12 miles steady the entire way than to go from 4:50 to 5:40 or 4:45 to 5:40. It's the hard way of running 12.
Yeah, it's not flat either.
No, especially that last 3-minute block.
Yeah.
But we wanted to get 11 in, and then he didn't want to go too much past 12, and it actually ended up being just fine. It was a 12.1.
Yeah, perfect.
So it worked out really, really well. And I wouldn't say like the 10 mile was a disappointment. It wasn't a disappointment. It was a great race. It was just underwhelming result. But at the same time, he's been running 100 plus miles weeks, really hard sessions. He wasn't going into it fresh. So I can't wait till we freshen up. 12.1 in 63:26 or whatever it is. Like, to average that in this session, you're gonna run about 10 seconds a mile faster in just regular marathon. Like, that's what you're going to do. So
I mean, like, this is also like a net gain on the way up here too. So it's about a 150-foot net gain, which is nuts.
Which is crazy. But we gotta get ready for New York. You know?
Yeah, there's a few hills in New York.
Yeah.
Oh man, and my cadence was perfect. It was right on 180.
Yeah, you look good today.
Yeah.
There was a few efforts where you got a little long,
Yeah.
like let me run faster because my arms let the arms do the work. And it was just okay. Let's tighten up and let's just let the legs do the work.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, it was a good day. So it was probably one of our best marathon days yet.
Yeah. Well, it's good because we're just starting. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, let's get some sugar in you. Let's get some shoes on you.
So if you kept running, then it would have been around a 68 half.
Yeah. So it like would have been around like a 68:30, 68:40 half.
Probably could have held on if you really wanted to. I mean, it would have been tough.
Yeah.
But
Like,
is-
I mean, like, it would have been a little tough, right? I mean, like, I would have been digging to the well like a little bit more.
But we're at 7,000 feet.
Yeah.
Hilly course. So factor that in. Yeah. That's really good. So a little 3-mile cooldown.
Yeah. Like 3-mile cooldown, and that's the day.
Yeah. No
A
run
little
this
bit of
afternoon.
mobility this afternoon.
Okay.
Probably not a double, right? You
No,
don't want a double?
definitely not. We don't need a double.
Okay. So no doubles.
But just some mobility, a little bit of light core, some strength, and that's the day.
It's a good day.
We're in it.
Yes,
we gotta
sir,
get
it
ready
is.
for Sunday now.
Yeah.
You know, it's just recovery until Sunday.
Sunday, we're going to film some 3-mile.
We're doing 4x3 with 1-mile jog. So Sunday, it'll be.
Well, like the difference between like probably Sunday and today is like, today was a little bit more aggressive on the pace because like the intervals were a bit shorter and we had equal recovery time.
Yeah.
But it would certainly be a little bit risky if we started out at 450 for our 3 miles.
No, we don't want
Like just because that exposure would just be way too much.
Yeah.
So we would probably start out at like 505, like 510 or something.
5:10, and then I'm debating just are we going to go out and back or we're just going to go out. I kind of want to go out and back and finish. I know he doesn't want to do it.
We're going to do it at Lake Mary Road? Yeah.
It's hard because you get set into pace, but so much about New York isn't about pace. It's about marathon effort because there's a lot of sneaky hills in there. The opening mile is uphill, so that could either go off at 450 or it can go off at 530. It really depends on what the race does. So this is about racing and learning how to adapt for the terrain and the decisions that other people make and what's too much of a risk and what can you cover. You know, John, a few years ago, he was in 20th, 21st with maybe even just 2 miles to go. And it wasn't like he was 15th was right in front of him. He had minutes behind 15th, but he ended up finishing in 15th. And he beat some of those guys that were 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. He beat some of those guys by 4 or 5 minutes. So the decisions that people make early can really cost them 2 or 3 miles later.
Yeah, sure.
So that's why I want to go out and back. We got 63:20. 63:20.5 over 12.1 miles. So 63.33 divided by 12.1, 5.23. 0.23 times 60 is 513.8 per mile.
We'll see it on the Strava in about half an hour.
I know, right? Yeah.
But no, that's flying.
Yeah, he ran strong.
Yeah,
He
it's
ran
good that
strong.
he's practicing the fueling too. In the
Well, he mentioned it at the end. I'm starting to cramp up, and you're going to. It's not. You're not going to be able to digest nutrition over a long period of time at half marathon intensity or faster, because your heart rate's up too high. It's just not going to happen. So even though he has some recovery, his heart rate was going up and it was coming down. It was going up and it was coming down. It was going up. About 45 minutes in, that's where it got really challenging. And it's a good lesson to learn that if you go out too fast, or at mile 12 in a marathon, take off and start running closer towards half marathon effort, you're going to bonk. Your body's not going to digest nutrition. You're going to either cramp up or you're going to throw it up. It's just happening. So you have to ride that line on nutrition intake. So we wanted some nutrition today, just sips of it, just to kind of get his brain to relax a little bit, but it wasn't about taking in a ton of nutrition. And I think that's where a lot of marathoners, even brand new marathoners, even at a professional level, go wrong. They take nutrition too fast, thinking that that's what it's going to feel like when you're running a marathon, but it's not. It's not happening.
So on the cramping front, we discussed off camera before that I'd love to film and hear a bit about. You've done a bit of research in this space about avoiding the cramps.
Yep.
Is Raneri cooling down?
Yeah, he's good. Let me get his bottle to him.
Yeah, sure.
There you go, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's all?
Yeah.
Maybe another mile?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first endurance supplement that you found,
Yes.
You seem to think that that's quite effective in potentially reducing the possibility of cramping at the end of the marathon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think for some people it's amazing. For those athletes who are heavy sweaters, there are plenty of options out there that say, oh, we have this, or take our supplements or our formula and you're never going to cramp. And when it comes down to it, that's just marketing. What you really got to understand is, how much do you sweat per hour, and realize that you're not just losing water, you're losing other things. And those need to be replenished beforehand, not after, because once it's gone, it's gone. So keeping ahead of it makes a big difference. And one of the best products I've found for those who are really heavy sweaters, like Harvey, is EFS Pro, made by First Endurance. It's a company I trust. I've worked with them as a client of their products since 2014 or so, and I trust them. They're wonderful products for triathletes and long endurance events. So for those athletes who are running a lot of time on feet, or like 3.5, 4.5, 5 hour marathoners, or athletes who sweat a ton, even at a professional level, this is something that they can preload their training with, or even add into their bottles or their nutrition into the race.
Yeah, sure. And you mentioned also it's not a bad idea to have it the day before a marathon.
I think it's great. We experimented with Harvey, and he took it the night before at my suggestion, and it didn't help him sleep at all. So we have a hard line of by 1 p.m. Take it. Mix it with your water, just like you can hydrate or anything else out there. You just mix it with water. Just have it with lunch or whatever. And for him, it feels a lot better. And then for him, because he does have bottle placement, he's not going to preload with it the morning of. He's going to put in every other bottle, just a third of a serving, just to kind of still keep ahead of it. And he's going to be using Morton in his bottles for Boston.
Okay, cool.